Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. Welcome to episode 2 of our new Angel's Mods and Bob's Mods SpaceX series. After the first episode, I spent a little bit of time clearing trees off of the ore patches in the coal patch. So I've got a nice little quantity of wood on me right now. And those patches are going to be ready for us to put down mining drills. I also just doubled the stone and stone brick production. I just added another machine, a couple more chests. I also put a chest here to collect some stone, just plain stone, because I think we're going to need that, to make furnaces and things like that. So I thought it would be good to have that. And then I also, while I was chopping trees, I handcrafted some supplies for what we're going to be doing next. So I've got some ore crushers, assembly machines, some underground belts. I also added some more power. So now I've got some boilers and steam engines. So I think we can do that first, and then expand our power, and then I'd like to start to set up our first proper smelting lines. Okay, so I'll get this crushed stone in there. I'll go ahead and grab those 2 stacks of stone. I already have a lot of bricks, so I don't think I need any more than that. So let's put our power in place. But before we do that, let's choose some more research. So I researched long reach. We can also do long build and long mine. So let's go ahead and do those. And I'm just going to use the queue so that I don't have to manually choose research every time. I'd also like to start teching up for steel. So let's add steel processing. And when you add something to the queue, it'll automatically take whatever prerequisites are required for that as well. And then I also want to start researching, coal processing. I was thinking carbon processing, but it's coal processing so that we can make carbon. Okay. And I think that'll be good for now. Alright, so let's add some more power here. I'm just going to add, let's see, 1 of those, and then we put a pipe, and then 2 more. And 1, 2, and another power pole there. Alright, and then I just need to extend the belt, add some more inserters. I'll continue to use burner inserters for now, and that might be okay. That might be okay long term as well. Alright, and then I'll put some lights to make that stay happy. Okay, so now we got plenty of power. That should last us for quite a while. Alright, so for the smelting, I would like the bus to go from north to south. Originally, I was thinking about putting the smelting lines here and then running the bus to the north. But similar to the way that left to right feels natural to me, top to bottom also feels natural to me. Probably just because that's how we read and write. So it just feels better to me to go from the top down, and I want it to be on the right side. So I think what we're going to do is we'll start smelting like around here. So let's just, I'll just mark it off with an iron plate if I can find one. Casting, it's hard to find stuff with all these different items. Yeah, so I think maybe we can start to set up our first smelting lines over here and then have them come down this way. And then they'll exit and we can run the belts down here and kind of start our main bus over there. It'll be a little bit farther for the ores to have to get belted over, but it won't be too bad. And then we'll still leave all this room available for adding more power plants later on. Okay, so let's head over there and start to set this up. All right, yeah, our research should be good for a while. Yeah, and actually we could make it, as long as we started north of the lake, we should be fine. How far north? I don't know. We can start it right around here, I suppose. Okay, so let's talk about how we can do a smelting line. Let me start to make some furnaces. All right, so to do automated smelting, we're going to start with one of our electric ore crushers. And let's start with iron. All right, so we're going to crush sapphirite so that we can make iron plates. Now, the crushed sapphirite we can insert directly from here into a couple of furnaces, right? Like that. But we're going to have an issue where we have stone that we need to get rid of. And, you know, there are a couple ways that we could do this. I mean, before we even go into this, you know, one of the things that you could do is you could have your ore come in. You could do all of your crushing all in one place and then belt it out. And you would get a belt with crushed ore and stone mixed. And then you could use a splitter with output priority, and you could send your crushed stone. It would need to be on the other side in this case. You know, you could send your crushed stone somewhere else where you would process it. I've done that before, and that's doable. I just don't like mixing things on belts too much in that way, because sometimes those priority splitters will get jammed if things are not flowing properly. So I'd rather process the stone immediately. So what we can do in that case is we can put an assembly machine here making stone, and then we can put an inserter on that. And the inserters are smart enough to know that crushed ore goes here and crushed stone goes there. So even though we don't have filter inserters, it won't work any other way. Right? So in this case, we would have the ore coming in here. It would get inserted into the machine. Crushed would go out. Crushed stone would go here. And then the plates would come out the other side here. Okay. Now we need long inserters, so I'm actually going to do that right now. We also need coal, so we can have a line of coal running this way. And then as soon as I research long inserters, we can have long inserters pulling down the coal to feed the furnaces. And then finally, we have to get rid of the stone that we're making. So what I've done previously is use an underground belt like this, and then the stone comes out here, and then I run all the different smelting areas into a common coal line. Okay, and then this will repeat over here. So in this case, we'll have another inserter putting in the ore. We'll have the crushed stone go there. And then we've got the furnaces. Pardon me, I was just blanking out there for a minute. Let's get rid of some of these trees. Okay, coal and plates. All right, so this is basically 1 unit of smelting. And then if we add another one, which I do want to do, then we just need to put another underground belt there. And we repeat this pattern. Okay, so let's put in the power poles in a way that will power everything. I think those two there make sense. Yeah, we could do that. And then we can do that. And that gives it a nice even arrangement. And you know what? That's not going to power everything because we need our long inserters here. So that means we're actually going to have to power it from both sides. One like that, one like that. Right, so we kind of have this double pole here in the middle, which is a little bit ugly, but aside from being ugly, that should work. And then we can put a light right there, let's say, in the middle. And then maybe another one up there. Okay, and then we repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Right. Or no, we're doing this one. Just trying to make it symmetrically opposite. Okay, like that. And then we put our furnaces there and there. Okay, we can make our long inserters now. So let me craft a few of those. All right, that'll be taking in the coal. There we go. And then taking in coal down here too. And plates coming out. Right, and then the stone as well. All right, so then the stone will kind of run down the line like this. This will be the ore coming in that we pull out of the ground. All right, now I need more power poles. So in this case, like that. And then we'll put another light. Did I put it between the poles? Yes, I did. Okay. And then plates are going to be coming out this way. And coal down the middle. Or down the outside, I should say. This will be the middle when we add more smelting lines below it. Okay. That's our stone. I'm gonna want to do coal like this. Stone like that. All right, so let's all right, so we'll set it up like this. Yeah, so this will be for stone, this will be for coal. And the coal needs to start up here for that first one. Okay, so this will get us running. And then what we can do is these two outer belts that are going to be carrying the iron plate, we will eventually join in the center. Let me just clean some of this up first. Okay. And I'm going to take a blueprint See, let's just copy all this. And we're going to duplicate this. All right, so this will be like one. And I need to leave an extra space here for that underground belt of the stone to get through. Because if I put it here, I won't be able to jump over. So I need an extra space. And the ugly part of that is that then you've got like two power poles right next to one another, which I don't really care for cosmetically, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so now we just have to duplicate this. We can get rid of that. Straight belt. This will be the belt of ore. Right, the belt of iron and the belt of coal can stop right there, opposite that long inserter. I need more furnaces. Let's go ahead and make all the furnaces. Yeah, and I hate how I always get this little blue robot logo whenever you blueprint something that has fuel in it. There we go. That looks good. All right, and then we just need all the inserters. I think I'm going to run out, so let's start making a bunch more of those. All right, and then we do the other side here. All right, we're gonna have to wait for those to finish handcrafting. So while we're waiting for that, we can start getting power over here. Yeah, that's going to be the iron, and then this is going to be the coal. So the coal only needs to come out to here, right? Okay, so now we just need the undergrounds, or the long inserters rather, not the undergrounds. Okay, so let's start to set this up. So I'm going to have to cut down some more trees. And I'm going to have to make more power poles. So I'll queue up a few stacks of that as well. I'll be very happy when we get a steel axe. And I'll be even happier when we get nanobots, because that'll help us to clear out the trees more quickly. Okay, yeah, there's our coal patch, so this is actually a very good place for that belt to go. All right, and I have some mining drills. And how many do we need here? I guess we'll just do 6. I think that should be more than enough for the smelting. And we'll power that up. Okay. And that gives us coal. How are we doing over here? Could probably use a little bit more. I'm going to need more belts. And I'll put another stack of plates in there for the belts. I think we're okay with that. I better just get these furnaces going again since we've been away for a while. I want to make sure that we don't stop producing anything. There we go. build that up. Okay, so then the other thing that we need is the sapphirite ore. Yeah, and I put this right in the middle, so that doesn't help me too much. But I think we can bring the belt out that way. So I'll set these up right there. And let's do 8 of those. Okay. And then we get those hooked up to power. Like that. All right. Yeah, and I'm going right through this patch of gas, which is not great. Actually, I'll just turn north here. I'd rather have straighter lines to do this, but this is okay. I think once I get rid of more trees, we can run straighter lines. Right now, I'll just try to go around most of these trees so that you don't have to wait for me to cut them down. Okay, we can make steel now. So what I want to do is get a couple of steel axes crafted. So I'm going to put 2 stacks of iron plate in there. That'll give me 30. That'll give me about 14 steel plates, 12 steel plates, because it takes 30 plates to make 1 steel plate at this point. All right. Yeah, so from here, the belt should come straight across. So I'll need to cut down a few of these trees. Actually, I'll just do it like this, and maybe by the time I get that part set up, maybe I'll have enough for a steel axe. That would be awesome. Nope, not even the first ones. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait a bit. Yeah, I don't want to pick up the belt. I just want to be able to see it. So I can't tell if I have... It's hard to tell if you have an uninterrupted belt like this. Okay, I think that'll make it through. Please. Yeah, okay, good. All right, and then we need to bring out power to this. Nope, not enough yet. Okay. And now we can see it running and make sure everything is set up properly. We still need more inserters for fuel. There. Why isn't this one working? Oh. That inserter was facing the wrong way. Okay, great. So we have our first iron line set up. So let's clear out some of these trees. Just trying to think here if I need to double this yet again in a single line, or if that will be enough. Because I know we're going to need a lot of iron. I think I should probably leave room to double this again. Let me get rid of some of that ore that I picked up. All right, so let's take another blueprint, and this time it'll be of all of this. And we'll pretend that we're going to put it down again. I'm not actually going to build it yet because I don't think I need it. But I just want to mark out where the end of this line has to be. Okay, so right about where I'm standing. Alright, so right there is where we'll connect these two lines of plates coming out. And that'll be the exit of the smelting line. Like that. Okay, and then when we need more capacity, we have room to add this whole setup again here to the middle. All right, and then I can just start grabbing plate off of here. Okay, and these are stopped because the stone is now backed up. So we have to make sure that we're doing something with the stone. Before we do that, however, I want to set up the production of the other plates that we're going to need. And we'll reserve a space above this as well, just in case I need to add a second line of iron. For now, I'm just going to do one for each type of plate. And I think that'll get us through the early part of the game. I might need to add more iron production, but if I do, then I can add it above here. So the next line below this one will be for copper. All right, so let's see, I think I can, yeah, I think if I start the blueprint there, I think I can just grab the whole thing. Yeah, and then this line of coal that goes in the middle will be shared by adjacent production lines. Okay, so the next one would go right here, and then another one, and then another one. Okay, so we're going to have to start handcrafting some more of these machines. And before I do that, I want to start making some circuits automatically. All right, so I've got 12 steel plates. That's enough to make 2 steel axes. That's good for now. All right. So now we can pick up all of this because we're making iron plate elsewhere. And I'll start by just getting rid of the mining drills. We'll take out what's in here and insert, and that way we'll let it finish processing what's already loaded in. Now the copper we're going to need to continue making like this until we get copper set up, which we will be able to do soon. Okay, how are we doing on science? Looks like we got enough resources there. I'll add some more here. Okay, so let's set up a little thing to make these basic electronic boards, or basic circuit boards rather. So we need wood and copper cable, essentially. So I'm gonna just set up something here real quick. So that can turn raw wood into wood boards, and then the wood boards need to turn into wood. Those go into the circuits. And then we need another machine making copper cables. And that's the wooden board. This is... Oh, okay. I don't know why I had so many there. Okay, then this will be copper cable, which is under casting. All right. Do I have any chests? No, I don't. I'll make 3 chests. Okay, so we'll do one there. We'll do one there and one there. All right, so here I can put a lot of the wood that I have, and here I can put a couple of stacks of copper plate, and then this will eventually start to give me these brown circuits, and that'll make handcrafting things much less painful. All right. All right, so that's all that these are going to do. This will also help us because the burner ore crushers are an ingredient to make the regular ore crushers. So I can start to make those 4, and that's, you know, that many fewer ingredients that I need to craft in my inventory. All right, so let's set up some mining for the copper. I'm going to try to keep these aligned, just because that's how I am. And we could use 2 more of those. Let's grab some of those circuits. There, we got 32 already. Now we can start making inserters and all that other good stuff. Okay, and we'll bring this up here. Yeah, and I'll leave a space so that we can run, you know, multiples of these lines if necessary. These patches are not very big, but it's probably enough to at least get a couple of outputs from each. Okay. Alright, so what else are we going to need over here? For the copper smelting, we're going to need 8 ore crushers, 4 assembly machines. Okay, I've got 4 ore crushers, so let's make 4 more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to need at least 3 more assembly machines. And then I'm going to need a lot of inserters that are yellow and a couple that are red. And I think the rest of the stuff that I need I've already got. Might as well grab more belts. Give that some more iron. Okay. All right. Yeah, and I'm going right through this gas patch, but I think that by the time we're ready to use this gas well, these patches are probably going to be gone anyway. All right, so let's figure out where the second line has to go so that I know where to cut a path through the trees. All right, it's going to go right there. And then the only thing that we're going to have to change here, recipe-wise, is change from crushed sapphirite to crushed stereotype. and everything else is identical. And once we get the nanobots, this is going to be a lot easier. Okay, yeah, that's for outgoing plates, so that only needs to go to there. I can actually remove those two pieces of belt. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to right-click on all those furnaces to make that blue thing go away, because I don't know of any other way to do it until you have bots. Okay, that goes there. All right, now in this case, the stone is going to go like that. And then once we get to the bottom, we will set up something to take care of all the stone so that this can keep running. Because if we don't take care of the stone, then it'll get backed up, as you've already seen, and then the smelting will stop. So what I'll do is down at the bottom, I will set up an area to make stone brick so that we can use up all the stone as it gets produced. Okay, so let's put that in there. And then hopefully before too long we'll have some nanobots that'll make this go a bit quicker as well. Okay, we'll put in... Oh, I'm out of lights. Alright, I guess I'll do the lights later. Okay, I'll just do all these first, because I do it quicker if I don't have to rotate. And then we'll do these. And then the long ones I haven't made yet. Okay, so let's just keep plugging away with this. Like that, and then into the stone. Alright, and then we can start putting in power poles. Let me craft a few lights when that's done. I mean, since we're using a lot of mods, the other thought that I had was maybe we could use a mod that allows us to increase our hand crafting speed. But then again, that's kind of the antithesis of what we're trying to do in this game. So I think it should continue to be somewhat painful to handcraft items. Okay, so we're almost there. Oh, am I one short? There we go. Alright, and now we have lights. So we'll put our lights in, and then I think that's going to do it. No, I think I'm still missing a few power poles, aren't I? Okay, coal processing is finished. Let's research nanobots. I really want to get those going as soon as possible. I think we'll maybe devote the first part of the next episode to getting some nanobot production set up. Okay, so now I just need to bring over the stereotype and we'll be making copper. Alright, yeah, so anytime I see that little red square turn into a big red rectangle, that means that I've got a tree in the way. Right there. And why are these yellow? Alright, I'm glad I made more belts. think I was going to run out that soon. Okay. There we go. Let's just make sure that's flowing through. Looks good. Looks like we have a continuous belt. All right, let's just need to right click on all these real quick to get rid of that blue thingy. There might, if there's an option to turn that off, that would be great. I don't know if there is. I haven't really looked for it. All right, and then I'm going to stand here and hold F so I can soak up some of this stone that's accumulated. Otherwise, we won't get very much copper before it's going to stop. And let's just make sure that everything's working properly. All the inserters are facing the right direction and that type of thing. Okay, I'm still picking up stone. Yeah, and this will be better when we have fast inserters as well. You can see right now that these stop pretty quickly. Okay, how are we doing on power? We're doing all right. Okay, so let's finish off this line. Okay, and once we have at least one iron and one copper, that means that we can start to make a bus, and we can start to make a lot more stuff a lot more quickly than we could before, which is very good. Okay, so that's going to be a good place to stop for today. Like I said, next time we will start making some nanobots so that we can use those to help us in this sort of thing. I'm going to set up 2 more of these lines. One of them is going to be for tin plate and one is for lead plate. We need those for the next tier of electric circuit boards. So in between episodes, I'll start to handcraft all the stuff we need to put that together. I'll probably clear some more trees as well in my spare time so that you don't have to watch me do that. And we'll continue this in the next episode. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.